Today we have Bernard Carpio, a recently elected Vice President of the Middle East and Northern Africa. Firstly, can you start off by giving us an introduction into your career background and sort of any involvement in the TV industry?
Yeah, actually, Miss Madeline, I started my involvement in education, particularly in education, way back in Philippines, because I am instructor there in one of government state university in the Philippines, in the College of Nursing and College of Educations. So that's why I have my full knowledge about teaching. Then partly we used to teach some nursing skills to our students. So that's why I have some idea and knowledge about some technical and vocational training. So then when I work here in Saudi Arabia way back since 2010, so I started to volunteer to one of the training center here, who was recognized by technical educations from the Philippines, that is Health Alliance Training Center. So we offers caregiving course and nursing assistant course. And I am also training director of Philippine Nurses Association here in Saudi Arabia, where we're giving some short and technical courses also.
That sounds really interesting. It sounds like you've been busy. What initially urged you to become a member of IVETA, and more specifically, why did you want to be a vice president in your region, do you think?
Yeah, actually, I have my full understanding about what is the mission of IVETA. Yeah. Because technically, I used to work in one of the core of educations in Philippines, that is TESDA. That is TESDA is technical educations in the Philippines. I become vice president in this region because of the nominations. I choose to become an IVETA because of one of the training center here is a member of IVETA. Miss Madeline, this is my first time to handle a position internationally for the organizations. But I used to handle some different positions, but on national level only.
Yeah. Well, that's great then. So it's a good progression for you, but we're really lucky to have you. So
yeah, thank you so much for this privilege.
Lovely. So now, what do you think some of your plans are for this year, and how do you plan on sort of reaching out to new members in your area?
So far, so good, because a lot of people who are interested to join. Okay. Actually, here in Saudi Arabia, Miss Madeline, the IVETA is not that known much, because here in Saudi Arabia, they only concentrated in their in the Ministry of Education, their Ministry of Educations. So nowadays, it is only for them to decide. So, but now they start, because of their visions 2030, they started to be diverse. Yeah, to be diverse. That's why they're now open for different types of training programs, specifically vocational programs for their nationalities and other nationalities. The first challenge I encountered here, Miss Madeline, was of course their culture. Because here is their culture is very conservative. So as we all know that they are not allowed mixed crowd. I mean, the female and male should be separated all the time. So even family members, they should separated. So but nowadays they started to allow mixed crowd, but you have to get special permit. Yeah, that's why our training center now, they're allowing mixed crowd because of that special permit from the Saudi government. So that's why now we will start to contact some organizations also to join in our associations, to be a member of IVETA. Different organizations, because PPO, Philippine Professional Organizations. Okay, different organizations. The members are all Filipinos. but we wanted to explore for the different nationalities also.
Yeah, that's great. And it's definitely a good way to meet people from around the world, because obviously at the moment we don't have any face-to-face events going on, but usually we would hold an annual conference, so then that would be a great way to meet. But obviously we're still trying to do some online events, so yeah, hopefully that'll be great. So that probably just leads on to like the question of what are the main challenges that you see across your region. Obviously you've mentioned that it's quite conservative and like the religious aspect. Are there any other challenges you see? Because I know obviously in the UK and in America there's quite a big acceptance of vocational education, and technical education is quite normalized. Do you think that there's a long way to go before that is the case in Saudi Arabia, or just across your entire region really? There's obviously quite a few different challenges that you would face sort of reaching out to new people. What do you think the main one would be?
Actually, Miss Madeline, now we started to contact different training school here in Saudi Arabia, but managed by different nationalities or Saudi nationals, because a lot of training center now started to open, because also in this pandemic, because some they lost their job, so that's why they started to found new career. So they need only short course, short time to do it. So in this program, vocational and some technical courses, you don't need you don't need to have a degree. Okay. Yes, to find job. So that's why a lot of training center here in Saudi Arabia, particularly in Eastern region, that they started to conduct some or they started to engage technical and vocational training.
Yeah, that's really good then. So what do you have any suggestions of sort of additional services that we can offer our members? We've been speaking quite a lot about offering like mentoring services online. Do you have any sort of suggestions of what you might like to see us offer, apart from obviously more event and that?
Yeah, actually, Miss Madeline, we started to offer some online classes in caregiving, specifically in caregiving courses and nurse assistant courses. We started to offer online. So I would suggest to our association to do the same in different field of any vocational and technical courses. So we have some technical courses here, like in engineering, in electrical, plumbing, etc. So we can call them as our partner. So we can what we call this, we can market our product to them. Then I think it is a big chance to embrace our mission and visions.
Well, that is obviously the last question. Do you have any individuals or organizations or institutions that you know of that we could sort of partner with?
Yes. Actually, I started to list out to get the list. Actually in Philippine Professional Organization, we have 12 organizations there.
Okay.
So there is an engineering, dentists, doctors. So at least their members, we can invite them on some days that we should listen to our missions. Then I think that is the big market for them, for us, I mean. Yeah.
Amazing.
And there's one Saudi training center here. We can tie up with them. So actually we're started to communicate with them, and they're willing to listen for us.
Lovely, thank you.
Yeah.